Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is October the 23rd and I'm going to read this one in from my cell phone. So let's get this story started. When Debbie was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer in 2010, she knew her DNA had probably played a role in her diagnosis. As a child in Argentina, Debbie had lost her mother to breast cancer along with 3 of her aunts. Debbie's oncologist referred her to a genetic counselor after reviewing her family history. The genetic counselor diagnosed Debbie with BRCA gene mutation that increased her lifetime risk of breast cancer by 72%. For me, knowledge is power, Debbie says. I was excited to know they found a reason for my cancer. At the beginning, I was really scared, but at the same time, this would be telling me what I needed to do. Having lost her mother, she was just 13 years old. The most important thing for Debbie was to be there for her sons, who were teenagers when she was diagnosed. My kids were 13 and 14 back then, and I thought, this story cannot happen again. I'm going to do everything within my power just to be here for them and to create as many memories as possible. I didn't get to create those memories with my mother, she says. I needed to fight this and be really strong because I needed to be there for my kids. Debbie's doctors advised her to get a double mastectomy to treat the cancer and reduce the risk of any reoccurrence. This recommendation brought back memories of her childhood when she watched her mother go through the same very procedure. I went back to the images of my mom when she had a double mastectomy back in the 1970s, she said. There was no reconstruction, so it was a difficult decision to see all those scars that she had. So I thought I was going to be me, or it was going to be different now. While Debbie opted for the reconstruction, the recovery process still proved challenging, both physically and emotionally. After my double mastectomy, it took a long time for me to progress and realize how I looked, she says. My mobility, my flexibility, being able to lift my arms up again. I like to exercise and use my arms, and I wanted to regain all of that. Debbie began attending support group meetings to help her walk through the mental, physical, and emotional exact of the breast cancer and the treatments that affiliated her with the BRCA positive diagnosis. In those sessions, she felt herself growing stronger and she found new purpose in her life. Little by little, everything started to change, she says. And I really felt I needed to listen to a person, cry with that person, see what they're going through in their process. It changed me dramatically because I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be the one that was strong like them. Debbie also began volunteering for the Force, an advocacy group for those living with this BRCA. So she joined that force as well. It felt good, she says. It helped me get through the healing and everything that I was going to do by just telling my story. Debbie worked through Force and not only helped her to heal from her own cancer experience, but also allowed her to share her lessons that she learned others going through this similar situation. Also, it became her mission to reach out to as many cancer patients and survivors who had this same kind of support and be there for them through their diagnosis. We can do so much within our community. All we have to do is share the word, share our experiences, and be an advocate. More than a decade after her diagnosis, Debbie is hopeful for the future and grateful to have had that time that her mother and her aunts didn't. My mom didn't have the chance of survival like I do. Now we have the chances of survival by just sharing the message. So everybody, please go out and share. Get checked. Save your life and save that of your others. Bye, guys, and I'll see you back in the next video.